The #1 priority of the Stormwatch 7 forecast team is the forecast, of course. Now, this includes everything as simple as the 7-day outlook, but also severe weather such as tornadoes, hurricanes, and even blizzards. We have a very unique area to forecast for. Now, this includes everything from the Atlantic Ocean to the Chesapeake Bay. It goes all the way westward down to the Potomac, which highly influences areas right around the D.C. metro. It extends all the way west to the Blue Ridge and Appalachians. It makes it a very difficult region to forecast for, but also a very interesting area to forecast for. We start the forecast process by doing something as easy as observing the atmosphere, looking outside, such as just looking up at the sky or at our WeatherBug network. Other observations, though, are also put into play, such as temperatures, surface temperatures, wind gusts around the region, looking at satellite and radar imagery. We also put in bigger things, such as upper air patterns, before finally looking at our Stormwatch 7 futurecast.
And as Stormwatch 7 puts together the forecast, we talk amongst ourselves as a team to make sure we're on the same page. Temperatures, how warm, how cool, precipitation, what type, how much, and where that will fall. Once we communicate amongst ourselves, we communicate with the producers who put together each newscast so that they know what to write for teases and how high or how low to put us in each newscast. Is weather breaking news or is it a clear sunny day? Well, the final step in delivering the forecast to you is when we step in front of the chroma key wall, that green screen, and we talk to you sitting at home, or when we update our forecast on WJLA.com. One thing is for sure, we know that it's all about the words that we use, the graphics, the pictures that we use to communicate. And we know that we have not done our job if you don't know what to wear that next day or what's coming.
So once we figure out what the forecast is and how we want to share it with you, then we have to build the weather graphics. So what we use is some weather software that's really a lot like PowerPoint. We've got all these different slides, we can turn them on and off, but what we get to do is decide how cloudy it's going to look, what the numbers are going to say. We can even put lightning in there. So just for fun, I'll show you, put some lightning in there. We'll change the clouds to completely overcast, and then this is what it looks like when it's all said and done.
So after we completely finish the graphics, we need a place to show them to you at home. So we come over to the green screen. But hey, it's just a piece of plywood with, hey, a little bit of paint. It's not too fancy. But through the magic of computers, it takes anything that we have in our maps and puts it on the screen as long as it's the color green. So what you see at home is me saying, hey, rain in 62, mostly cloudy 55, maybe a snow shower in 48. But see that 48? Look, I'm going to keep my finger right there now. And we're not really seeing a 48. I'm pointing to a green blob on a blank wall. Pretty neat, huh?
And to make sure it all works, there are a lot of people you don't see on camera in the control room. They're choosing camera shots, microphones, and a ton of other things, making sure the right things show up on TV.
Once we get our weather story put together, then we head to the weather wall. Our IFB is what they use to tell us what's going on. So while we're talking to you, giving you the details, they're telling us in our ear, hey, stretch it out, you have more time. Or they're telling us, wrap it up, we got to get back to the anchors, all while we're telling you the weather details.
And maybe you've also heard that when we're in front of this green wall, the meteorologist can't wear green. Well, this is why. Because the computer's taken anything that's green and replacing it with our weather graphics, look what happens to me. It's not perfect here because the shade's just a little bit off, but you can see the numbers right through me.
So not only does our storm track look very cool, it's actually a functioning weather vehicle. So we have weather instruments on top of the truck, courtesy of our WeatherBug network. Then you pop open the back, and look, we've got an HD camera on top. So this is just one of our WeatherBug instruments. This is our anemometer. This measures wind speed and wind direction. Not only do we have the anemometer, we have a thermometer, psychrometer, barometer, hygrometer, and a rain gauge.
We have an HD camera inside the car so that we can be with you live on ABC 7 and News Channel 8 as we're driving into your neighborhood to report on different weather conditions.
We hope you've enjoyed this behind-the-scenes look at Stormwatch 7.
And we want to remind you to stay with Stormwatch 7 for the latest forecast.
And download the Stormwatch 7 weather app for push alerts and live Doppler radar.
And to learn more about what we do behind the scenes, you can head over to our Stormwatch 7 website and click on the section all about Lunchbox weather.
And as always, we're dedicated to keeping you safe and weather ready all year long.
Don't hesitate to submit your Stormwatch 7 questions into our office. We'll be sure to answer them. And also, be sure to submit your pictures to burst.com/WJLA.
And a special thanks to the teachers that are dedicated to making sure you have the tools that you need to succeed.
And one more thing. On TV, even the guys wear makeup.
And some of us, more than others.